Welcome to Vision Language Experts PTE mock test online.
So we can hear the audio properly. This is an opportunity for me to check my headset. Now I have checked my headset and I'm going to check my microphone as well. Your recording should be free of any background noise. It should be very clear. It should be very sharp. In the introduction, you have to talk about yourself, your interests. It's totally optional. You don't get any marks, but I'll highly recommend each one of you to do it because you get really comfortable. Okay. So I'm going to talk about myself, my studies, my future plans, why I'm doing PT, why there's a need for me to learn English.
What do we call a person who studies mystery?
Mystic.
What do we call a diagram in which an object would appear to viewers if it were cut from top to bottom?
Section.
Who is the person who shares the same room with you?
PT speaking section is very tricky and you can lose a lot of marks not only for your speaking but also for your reading and listening. So in this particular video, we will be helping you to understand the strategies which we teach to our students in Sydney and Melbourne, so that sitting at your home, you can also learn the valuable tips and score 90 out of 90 in the speaking module. We will be going through the mock test and I'll be showing you how you can get full marks in the mock test and how you can pass on your marks to the reading and listening, which we call transferables. In the speaking module, you have to maintain clarity, be fluent, and also manage your time effectively. So stay tuned till the very end, because in this particular video, we will be showing you how you can excel in your content, in your fluency, and in your pronunciation. Students who struggle in the speaking module, this video is the only video you need to watch and you can easily get full marks in your PTE journey. Stay tuned till the very end, hit the subscribe and a bell icon button so that you can enjoy our rest videos as well. Now in this particular video, we will be showing you how to manage the strategies and implement them, and you do not need to then rely on any other video, any other tutorial for the speaking section. Everything you need to know about speaking, all the tasks, either it is read aloud, repeat sentences, describe image, retell lecture, answer short question, is going to be in this particular video. So firstly, I'll be showing you the mock test, and along with the mock test, I'll be showing you how to apply the strategies, how to manage the time, and how to get perfect scores for your speaking, perfect scores for your reading, perfect scores for your listening moment. You have to go to visionlanguageexperts.com.au and go to login over here. And if you have not created your ID, you can sign up for free. I'm going to use the ID I have. Once you're logged in over here, you can quickly go to the mock test tab over here. And I'm going to select any of the speaking sections. So I'll probably select K. Now, every time, whenever you're practicing, make sure that you have suitable headsets. Now, headsets needs to be not too close, not too away. It should be on a proper distance. And again, one important thing, that don't keep too close to your lips, should be somewhere over here. Now it can vary from person to person, but most of the time I always try to keep it between my nose and upper lip. That's the position which is suitable to my pitch, right? And that's what I'll recommend to a lot of the students. But again, it can vary as per the student's pitch. So firstly, we will check the headsets and microphone. Let's check the headsets.
Welcome to Vision Language Experts PTE mock test online.
So we can hear the audio properly. Okay, now I'm going to check the microphone. This is an opportunity for me to check my microphone, and I'm going to check my microphone now. Okay, so let's hear what we have said. Your recording should be free of any background noise. It should be very clear. It should be very sharp. Okay, and you should not hear any background noise whatsoever. If you do, raise your hand and call the invigilator, ask them to change the microphone or change the system if it is very noisy. This is an opportunity for me to check my microphone, and I'm going to check my microphone now. Now let's move on to the next. Now introduction has started. In the introduction, you have to talk about yourself, your interests. It's totally optional. You don't get any marks, but I'll highly recommend each one of you to do it because you get really comfortable. Okay. So I'm going to talk about myself, my studies, my future plans, why I'm doing PT, why there's a need for me to learn English. Hi, my name is Vishal Kapoor. My future plans for the study is Masters of Accounting, as I've already done Bachelors of Accounting. I want to go to study abroad for my education reasons, and that's the reason I'm doing Pearson Language Test of English. I want to do PT so that I can improve my skills and I can go abroad and study abroad. I have done PT before, but I want to redo it so I can test my skills and see whether I have increased my skills or not. Thank you. That's it. It's totally optional. Just be in, flow, be fluent, and speak whatever comes into your mind about all the areas which they have mentioned in the left hand side of the screen, about your interest, about your plans, why you did PT, and that's it. Very easy. Don't take it too seriously. Again, it's not scoring at all, but I will highly recommend each one of you to attempt it so that you get comfortable to it. Okay, now I'll begin the speaking test, but I'm going to do it without the microphone. So let's start. Okay, read aloud is the very first task. So in this particular section, we will be focusing on 12 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll focus on all the difficult words, S words especially. If bonus or incentive pay schemes work so well for senior executives. And as soon as I'm done, I'll click next. If bonus or incentive pay schemes work so well for senior executives. Now where there is the punctuation, I can take a little pause. How quickly is the world's population growing in the United States? And always start after the beep sound. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In classes, your teachers will talk about topics that you are studying. Now, you don't need to really take a pause over here because it's just the starting. So you can speak entirely in one go. In classes, your teachers will talk about topics that you are studying. Now, I'm not taking too much stress. I'm very normal, speaking in one flat tone. That's the key important thing you need to also keep in your mind. In classes, your teachers will talk about topics that you are studying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The diversity of human language may be compared to the diversity of. When there's a difficult word, I try to break it into two small words and try to pronounce it. It helps me to pronounce better. The diversity of human language may be compared to the diversity of. I might take a little pause at revolution. Okay. As to the industrial revolution, one cannot dispute today the fact that industrial revolution. One cannot dispute today the fact that. Now prepare very well, guys. Preparation time is the key. This is the time where you really need to devolve and you really need to indulge yourself. As to the industrial revolution, one cannot dispute today the fact that. Next one. Now we're not going to stress too much on R. We're just going to say it very lightly, very softly. How do we imagine the unimaginable if we are asked to think of? Repeat sentences.
Please read the first 5 chapters before the next week's tutorial.
Please read the first 5 chapters before the next week's tutorial.
Our capacity to respond to national needs will determine our ability to flourish.
A capacity to respond to national needs will determine our ability.
Contemporary critics dismissed his idea as eccentric.
Contemporary critics dismiss his idea as eccentric.
In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty.
The program depends entirely on private funding.
The program depends entirely on private funding.
The Student Service Center is located on the main campus behind the library.
The Student Service Center is located on the main campus behind the library.
Anatomy is the study of internal and external body structures.
Anatomy is the study of internal and external body.
The gap between rich and poor is not increasing rapidly as expected.
The gap between rich and poor is not increasing rapidly as expected.
The study of archaeology requires extensive international fieldwork.
The study of archaeology requires extensive international fieldwork.
We must hand in our assignments by the end of the week.
We must hand in an assignment by the end of this week. Alright, now we are moving to the describe image. In repeat sentences, you must have noticed, even if I skipped 1 or 2 words, I was not hesitating at all. I was very fluent. I captured all the words as well. Now in this describe image, I'm going to quickly go through all the words. I'm going to write it down in my exam, but for now, I'll quickly see and speak. From the image, I can see an image. I can see fruits, vegetables and people. I can see stall, green and black. I can see apples, banana and grapes. I can see blue, black and red. Highest and lowest numbers, maximum and minimum trends. red, blue and black color to conclude topic. That's it, guys. Whatever you can speak, be consistent, be fluent, don't take any pause, don't hesitate. Okay. The graduation laboratory, okay, animal sciences, plant sciences, computer station, office, storage, toilets. Then we have circles, squares. From the image, I can see the graduation laboratory. I can see animal sciences and plant. I can see toilets, office and storage. I can see computer station and circles, highest and lowest numbers, maximum and minimum trends, red, blue and black color to conclude topic. Alright, for the Retell lecture, I'm going to take some notes on my notebook.
This is one picture that you all know what it is when you see it. It's a familiar looking image. It's something that probably we all have some personal experience with, right? This is a chest X-ray that would be taken in your doctor's office, for example, or a radiologist's office. And it is a good example of biomedical engineering and that it takes a physical principle, that is how do X-rays interact with the tissues of your body, and it uses that physical principle to develop a picture of what's inside your body, so to look inside and see things that you couldn't see without this device. And you'll recognize some parts of the image. You can see the ribcage here. See the heart is the large bright object down here. If you have good eyesight from the distance, you can see the vessels leading out of the heart and into the lungs, and the lungs are darker spaces within the ribcage.
I'm going to quickly go through my notes. This is the time you should also do that. Lungs was the main topic of the lecture. She talks about picture, final and image. She talks about person, expert and chest. She talks about X-ray, radiologist and principle. She talks about tissues, physics and inside. She talks about device, ribs and cage. She talks about object, eyesight and vessel to conclude topic. Now I have written down the important keywords and that's what I always speak. Okay, focus on the keywords, important one.
There are 3 stages of brain development. It begins during childhood, starting from the primitive brain, the action brain, limbic brain, feeling brain, and finally to the neocortex, thought brain. Although interrelated, the 3 has its own function. Primitive brain function is to manage the body to survive, manage reflex, motion control, monitoring body functions, and process information coming from sensing. Limbic brain functioning as a liaison to process emotions and the brain thinks, and the primitive brain. While the thinking brain, which is the most crucial part of the brain, receiving input from the primitive brain and the limbic brain. However, he needed more time to process information from the primitive brain and the limbic brain. He thinks the merger is also a place of experience, memory, feeling, and thinking ability to give birth to ideas and actions. Nerve myelination of the brain take place in sequence, starting from the primitive brain, the limbic brains, and brain thought. Neural pathways are more frequently used to make more myelin thicken. Increasingly thicker myelin, the faster the nerve impulses or signals travel along nerves. Therefore, a growing child is encouraged to receive input from the environment in accordance with its development.
Emotion was the main topic of the lecture. He talks about brain, childhood and 3. He talks about action, feeling and cortex. He talks about merger, expert and feeling. He talks about motion, process and function. He talks about thinking, input and neuro. He talks about nerves, child and development. He talks about brain, primitive and serve, highest and lowest numbers to conclude topic.
What do we call a person who studies mystery?
Mystic.
What do we call a diagram in which an object would appear to viewers if it were cut from top to bottom?
Section.
Who is the person who shares the same room with you?
Roommate. It will take about a minute to 2 minutes to get your results. So we have used all the strategies here. Now this is going to be really important for you guys in your exam. Follow all the strategies the way I have done it and you will get perfect scores in speaking and perfect scores for your reading and listening. So once it is done, I'll quickly show you the score report. Okay, so as you can see, we have got perfect 90 out of 90. Now, using these strategies, you can also get perfect scores in your exam, not only for your speaking, but also for your reading and for your listening. Now, once you click on the speaking button, you can see all the tasks over here and we are getting 100% marks in them because we followed the strategies and we got content, fluency and pronunciation 100% correct. Now, if you want to see more details, you can click on the question and you can also see your mistakes and remarks, task by task, question by question. Okay, now this is totally AI based portal, which is a reality based portal. You can download your report over here as well, and that way you can always keep track of your mistakes and where you are standing. Another feature we have added on is a study plan. Now this button, once you click over here, it will help you to get a study plan from me, and I'll be looking into your mistakes as well, and will be sharing some feedback on those mistakes depending on the mock which you have given. And I will be also telling you when you are ready to sit for the exam. Now this will be valid for all the users who are on a portal, right, which are using the services from the portal, and they will be able to use this study plan feature. And along with the study plan, as I've told you, you'll be getting feedback as well on the mistakes so that you can improve and book your exam. Now these strategies are for 90 scorers. So if your band score requirement is 6, 7, 8, 9, these strategies will work like a wonder, and you don't need to really worry about anything else. So when you are practicing, make sure that you are consistent. And if you need to test yourself, you can go to www.visionlanguageexperts.com.au, sign up free of cost, and attempt one free speaking mock test as well. And once you see the feedback, go to the remarks and check out your mistakes. Make sure that you practice on a daily basis. For start, I would say at least 5 to 6 for every single task, for your read aloud, for describe image, for retell lecture, answer short questions. And once you get hang of it, you can reduce them. For repeat sentences, I'll recommend at least to do 20 to 25 to start with. Okay. And please make sure that you practice and use the strategies the same way I have taught and I have demonstrated, so that you don't miss out in your exam. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, and give a thumbs up, and make sure that you hit the bell icon so that you can enjoy rest of our videos. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Vishal is signing off from VLE Vision Language Experts.